Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Hi. If you're enjoying the series, remember leaving likes, leaving comments, subscribing with the bell turned on. All helps out this channel to grow. Thank you to those who do that. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, consider becoming a patron over on Patreon and checking out the Twitch links in the description below. Thank you to those who interact with that sort of stuff. In the last episode, we made it. That looks like a Nern route to me. In the last episode, we made it to the Brazilian forest outskirts, where we have a Dalish tribe that is on their last legs.
Anathara, Grey Warden.
Your face is really round, and your ears are so tiny.
Excuse me. Where they are being malaised. Is that a word? I believe it is. They're being malaised or something like that by a werewolf, a werewolfian curse, a lycanthropic curse. This guy won't give me his quest, which is really annoying. Let's explore the right side of this place. Landmark tent. Yeah, these landmark things I'm pretty sure would do something if you were, that looks like a nerd route, if you were actually a Dalish elf.
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
That's okay. We have somebody here named Cammon.
Hello?
Hello yourself. Who are you?
I'm Cammon, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Try me. I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these bears such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Who's Gaina?
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be some way to solve your
You
problem.
think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What if I got a pelt for you?
No, I couldn't do that. I must kill the beast myself. It is my rite of passage to become a full hunter.
Do you want to marry Gaina or not? Make a decision.
You are right. I do want to marry Gaina before she marries someone else. So you would get a pelt for me? Why would you do that?
For the right reward, of course.
I could reward you. I have a tome on our history written in the common tongue by the keeper. He gave it to my father before he died. If nothing, you could sell it. It must be worth something in the human lands.
I'll do it then.
Then, I am very grateful. I will pray to Andrul, the goddess of the hunt, for your success.
Thank you, my boy. New quest, Cammon's Lament. Who else do we have here? Cyril.
We few wanderers greet you, Shemlin. We understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our brethren. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
If I'm lucky, maybe I can find them.
An outsider to the rescue, but of course. What were we doing trying to solve our own problems?
I'm just trying to help your people.
Nothing will help us now. Least of all the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Yes, I'd like that.
Come and join us then, all of you. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales, Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell, and we were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
I'm trying to remember. You started war with us and lost something you think was unfair. No doubt. Enough. I don't like where this is going. No, I really couldn't say. You started a war with us and lost.
We started the war, did we? And you, child, what do you believe happened to the Dales?
The Shemlin wouldn't let us be.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us, a great crusade.
It's a war that you started, I'm told.
Told by whom? A history that has been dictated by the victors, no doubt. Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities.
You should have fought. You should have fought to the last of you. Better that than to submit.
Oh? Is it not the Kunari way to force others to submit? Surely that would not be your advice to my people, were they attacked by the mighty Kunari.
That would be different. The Kunari would improve your people. The humans have improved nothing.
Perhaps. Even so, many of us did fight. We fought, and we lost. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh, and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
Then we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes. Tell me of the forest.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
What does that have to do with the werewolves?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
This Witherfang still exists today.
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain, At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the forest.
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
There were battles in this forest.
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil.
How many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Have the humans become werewolves?
It is said that one or two have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
That's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Man, new Codex the Dales. Okay, that was one of the longer conversations in the entire game, I'm sure. Who else do we have here? Elf child, elf woman, hunter, hunter, elf child, elf girl, Unta, and Unta must hunt. We've got an elf root over here.
Got it.
We've got Fen Harel over here. New Codex Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf. Oh, very, very, very interesting, especially if you've played the other Dragon Age video games. Okay, let's hover over near the right side here. We've got Gaina.
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
You're Gaina, correct? Cammon mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Cammon. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
It does matter. I am sorry, but I will not rest my future on the advice of an outsider, no matter how kind. Please, tell Cammon I am sorry.
All good. No worries.
This isn't about Cammon again, is it?
Forget Cammon. He's not man enough for you.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean, you deserve a more worldly man. Someone like myself.
You mean... Oh, that's quite flattering, but...
Come, let's discuss this in private.
Just the two of us, you mean? You are not alone.
Just the two of us. I really think we should talk.
No, I don't think that is a good idea. Please, leave me alone.
Jeez, okay. Had to go for it with this character that we're playing here.
Leave me alone. I am sure you have more important matters to consume your attention.
I don't know about that. Fine, I'll go. Okay, who else do we have here? Elf girl, elf woman, elf child.
There is nothing I
really
can
wish the colors of their name would change if they actually would talk to you about stuff. Okay, let's see. We've got more people over that way, but let's continue exploring this way. Another Darmisu dagger. We've got a pile of sacks with Dalish gloves. Okay, we'll leave that center area for last. What do we have over here? Another codex. Hello.
Who comes? Oh, it is you, stranger. You startled me.
I wasn't trying to sneak up on you.
I made no accusation. I have no fear of you, despite your reputation. I was simply preoccupied with the Hala and did not hear your approach. For a moment, I thought you a wolf.
What's a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
They're not your mounts.
We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
So why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Survival, try to calm the Hala. Survival, examine the Hala. Pretend to examine the Hala. I could kill her quickly. Try to calm the Hala.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Survival, examine the Hala.
And? What do you think?
Persuade, lie, you're right, the animal is suffering. I truly cannot tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I could kill her quickly, if you wish.
No. That would not be right. When the time comes, then I will do it myself. It is my duty, as both master herder and as her friend. She shall take her last breath, knowing she was always safest in my care.
New codex arrivals. Codex updated. Quest updated. Okay, looks like we can't do anything for that. More elf fruit. What else do we have here? Do we interact with this big statue? Got it. Can I get you a ladder so I can read that statue? Deathroot, Halas. Please do not make a hollaback girl joke. Don't do it. It's just too easy. Also, this music reminds me of... What is that one Viking game? It was pretty big for a little bit of time there. Oh, I'm forgetting what it's called. Valheim? I believe it was Valheim. Yeah, this music reminds me of that. Okay, what else do we have? Mithra over there, and then we didn't do this left side here. We've got Verathorn.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, to you I speak only because the Keeper requires it. So speak and then be gone.
I would like to barter with you.
No, I'm no Shemlin merchant who will traffic with any scoundrel. I suggest you go.
Okay, let's try that again.
Yes? What is it now?
What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
I should go.
Yes, I believe that is best. Leave us to our work, please.
Okay, finally we get a quest. Oh, and he's actually bartering with me for some reason. Okay, well, I'll buy all of the health potions. I'll buy all of the health potions. I'll buy all of the injury kits. Let's see, what else do we have? Bunch of acid stuff, and some weapons here, some clothing, and a silver brooch. What is this? A large gemstone, an intricate silver setting, a small pin on its back allows it to be attached to clothing. I'm wondering if this is like a unique thing to give to somebody. Okay, I don't think we need anything else. Do we have anything to sell to this man? We do have a short bow, an elf flight arrow, Dalish gloves, leather boots, an ice arrow, and 2 of these. Click, click, click. Okay, thank you, my good man. Appreciate it. New quest rare, iron bark. We've got a wooden crate here that for some reason I'm not able to interact with. There we go. Dalish armor, leather. We've got a pile of scrolls. New codex, The Long Walk. Yeah, a lot of this I remember from...
I have work to do.
A lot of this I'm remembering from Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay, and then finally we've got Lanaya and we've got Zathrian. Let's talk to Zathrian really quick, although we should be done talking to him.
Yes. What is it you need? Have you news?
I have some questions for you.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice? We already asked him about that. Tell me more what this curse the hunters suffer from. I should go, but talk to me again.
What is it you need?
I need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Thank you. I should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
And then finally, let's talk to Lanaya.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
If you'd like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Yes, some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
They're used to it, just as the humans are.
Being accustomed to pain and suffering does not make it any less tragic. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have a question, if it's not too impolite to ask. Do your people regret what they did to ours?
Some of us do. Not all humans are the same.
I see. That is difficult for our people to accept. Even if only some were in favor of what was done to us, the rest did nothing to stop it. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
I'm sorry. Must have been horrible.
It was. Though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits.
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could have returned to?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with a man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
How did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
Do they resent your success?
No. Zathrian told me that time would take away their prejudices, and it did. They became used to me. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
Why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
I was taking a swig of water, ma'am. I assumed you would continue to talk. What is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan. Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
Does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
But the elves were eventually freed, right?
Yes, after a millennium of slavery, Andraste herself freed our people. She who was your maker's chosen.
But you don't worship the Maker.
We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her, or her god.
Didn't Arlathan fight back?
The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost.
Elves were immortal then?
They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
But you could get your lifespan back, no?
In time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
So you lost a war. You wouldn't be the first.
One wonders why we weren't more prepared when the humans conquered our second homeland. We will be more cautious if we ever have a third.
But I'm not responsible. Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile.
Is there no way to get on your clan's good side?
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
But I'm not responsible for what's been done to the elves.
Aren't you? You're human. And to many of them, you represent the humiliations our people have suffered for generations. You may not have been personally responsible, but such feelings are not easily overruled by logic or fairness.
You aren't hostile.
I was not born here, so I see things differently from the others. Still, I do not blame them for what they feel. Perhaps this may change one day, but I believe the humans would have to take the first steps, if they are capable.
Wasn't your homeland called the Dales?
That was our second homeland. Elves everywhere journeyed They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales.
I want to ask something else.
Certainly.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got 2 more things to go through here, but we'll say I should go.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
The attention to detail with all of the discussions is absolutely insane. We're going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, that was a very heavily dialogue-based episode, but the next one we will journey into the Brazilian forest itself. Thank you so much for watching.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Zathrian said I could have what's inside here.
Please do not lie to me. I find it most unbecoming.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, we'll end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, remember leaving likes, leaving comments, subscribe with the bell turned on. All helps out this channel and series to grow. Check out the Patreon and Twitch links in the description below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.